Welcome to the Woven Loft Masterclass on textures. Your home is not just seen, it's felt. Textures bring warmth, depth and soul to your house. Today we have Vaidehi from House of Flair to talk about textures. Vaidehi, what's your take on textures?
This is something that I love talking about, something I love implementing in most of the homes that I'm doing currently. Texture plays very important when you're a minimalist, who I am. I love using very less color in most of the things I do, or try to keep it very monotone or earthy. So often I get asked that, will it look too dull? How can we add color here, or how can we, bring some life to it? And my response to that is that the life and everything that you want to get to a space doesn't come only through colors, but it comes through a lot of layering and careful texture play. Let's say I'm doing linen curtains, I'm doing wicker baskets, I'm doing ceramics in the house, wood. There are a lot of materials that you can actually use that have texture in the home, that you can use it in different ways. Now, the way the things are going and the kind of homes that we're seeing now are going to be a lot more rustic, organic, Japan tea, as I discussed before. These are super monotone, like these, they don't have too much, this thing to it, and there will be that one hero element, and that can, play around with a lot of texture. So that's my take on texture.
If you had to choose between three top textures, which one would it be?
I personally love ceramics. I love using ceramic vases. I feel they have a very organic feel to it. They look more hand done, a little organic here and there. I love using linen. I personally love wearing linen. I love using that. I love using linen a lot in the cushion covers that I do, in a lot of curtains that we do.
Yeah.
And last but not the least, I love rattan. I love cane. I love seagrass. I use a lot of baskets, trays, of course from you as well, on most of my projects. But I have this one apprehension that people keep asking me time and again is, is it okay to have so much rattan in the house? How do we avoid creating moss or it collecting dust, and how do we clean it? Is it easy to maintain? And that's where, the apprehension starts. So Niyati, I want to hear from you that, if I want to enforce a lot of these products in my client houses, how am I to solve this issue for them?
At Quilt Avenue, we use one of the best quality of rattan. The rattan that we use is kind of dried, and it goes through a rigorous process where most of the living bacteria or anything is completely drained off. The rattan products that we have are long lasting. Rattan has always been timeless. We've seen houses which are in the 1770s century where they have the cane chairs and they still exist. So I believe that rattan is something that is timeless. You should not be having the apprehension to use it. It is also blends with anything that you want to tie in your home into. Maybe it's linen, it's ceramic, it goes well with all the other kind of texture. So it's like that inner layer which binds all the textures together. And the weaving that we have is a very tight weaving. The artisans that we have here, who are the process that we go through to make these baskets are tightly woven. So you see this rattan coaster or our baskets, even after 3 years, this weaving stays intact. It will not open up, and that's, I think, the main thing behind our quality of rattan. Also, rattan is something that can be made in any form. You can even nowadays use it on vases. There is used in upholstery, it is in trays, it is in baskets, it is in mats. So
I use it in some of my artwork, all the leftover pieces
so
of cane and rattan.
So it's something that can be in different products. The versatility of the product of rattan is very high, and that's why it's one of my favorite products, and that's why I've always stood by it, and I'm here to promote these artisans who make these lovely products.
That's great, Niyati. I mean, the kind of lives that you're enriching by, also choosing very eco-friendly and sustainable products and giving so many artisans a chance to showcase their talent. That's amazing.
Thank you.
And
I'm going to say thank you to them. So Vaidehi, in the recent home that you have worked in, what is a common link or the common thing that is happening between all the homes that you have observed?
So I feel, Niyati, a lot more homes are getting tactile, where people want to touch and feel things. They want to feel warm. They don't want very perfectly done homes. It looks very staged.
Yeah.
I feel a home has to be a expression of who you are. It can be a little imperfect. We are trying to be a perfect mother, we're trying to be a perfect daughter, we're trying to be a perfect employer, we're trying to be perfect humans everywhere in our space. I think a home is somewhere where we unwind and we want it to look that's not very perfect, where you want to feel the warmth, where you want to see, it's a very inviting space.
Yes.
So I feel that little imperfections in your home,
It needs to be a sense of calm.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, what I love about these textures that I like using is that, I love using handmade vases because they don't look like the very structured ones. It tells that it has a story.
Yes.
I love using these fabrics or like these embroidered things because it looks like there's some thought behind it. Even your products, for that matter of fact, where it's fine if the weave is a little here and there, because that's what is the beauty. There's a beauty in imperfection. So I feel we should all embrace it, and instead of having our homes to be absolutely perfect and very sleek and the modern look.
Yes, definitely. I think a home should be a sense of place where you can go back to with all your stresses in life and just be. Whether you're styling a home or a corner, let texture lead. It will be that quiet, clean slate on which you're building up your space so that everything looks in sync and in harmony. Join us for our next masterclass on more styling tips. Thank you.